Good morning, good afternoon. You've reached King Triton's Tribe, and I'm Matt. And today I'm going to give you a daily message in reference to nature, patience, and this journey. Um, but before I do that, I have a couple of announcements and things I'd like to discuss. And I will timestamp the video so that way that if you don't want to listen to me rambling on, you can just jump straight to the message. First, I'd like to say thanks to all my subscribers and supporters out there. I really appreciate everything that you guys have provided, to include the likes, shares, the comments. I'm so appreciative, even the emails and subscribing to my IG account, King Triton's Tribe, or even my Twitter, which is I never can remember that, but I'll put it at the bottom of this video. But I'm very appreciative for all my subscribers, and it's really an honor for me to be able to deliver these messages to you and assist you any way that I can. I just wanted to go over. So I've had a couple of questions about my coaching sessions and what it entails. So basically, I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about how I handle my coaching sessions, because one of the comments that I got the other day, whenever I posted, that I was providing a discount for this weekend, was basically something to the effect of, why am I asking astronomical prices for, if I'm not trying to make money, and I'm not even in union, and so I want to clarify this because I'm a very transparent person and honest. So I'm not doing this for money. Bottom line is I try to answer every single person's email on my own time. It might take me a little longer to get to emails depending on how much time I have. Plus, I answer a lot of comments that are on IG. I answer a lot of comments that are on my Twitter, and I've even answered some direct messages or DMs on IG, which everybody knows that I do not like DMs, but I have answered them, and I do this just for to help people out. And the reason why I add prices onto my coaching sessions is because coaching, life coaching, intuitive coaching is what I want to expand into when I finally reach the stage in my life where I'm closing one chapter and starting another, which starting in the new chapter will be with my coaching sessions. So I'm gradually working my way into that. And I have limited amount of time because I do have a full-time job, and then I uphold this channel, and I have a personal life. I have kids. So the time that I do have available, I provide it to you guys. And yeah, my pricing is my pricing because my time is valuable, your time is valuable, and I only want people to purchase those that actually need it, and who does not want to waste my time, and who actually would like to have coaching sessions with me. And it's a personal choice whether or not you purchase those. There's no pressure whatsoever because I'm not doing this for money. I'm only providing my services to those who actually need it, and it's personal choice whether or not you purchase one of those or not. I mean, if people send me emails, then I answer them, and usually I answer them pretty quickly. I had a young lady email me today and asked me for advice, and I answered her within a couple hours. So I just wanted to clarify that you don't have to be in union to provide coaching sessions. Not everybody's going to reach union. Not every twin is meant to be in union, and I don't really worry about whether I'm in union or not, and that has nothing to do with my coaching sessions. So, but if anybody has any questions or concerns, feel free to email me, and I will answer your questions, no matter if it pertains to my coaching sessions or something personal that you need assistance with. I will help them. But some people prefer to have one-on-one sessions with me, and I have lots of people that are reaching out that want coaching sessions and are willing to pay me for my time, and then I provide them the most utmost of my time. I don't waste their time at all, and I ask them for a paragraph of their situation and what they want out of the coaching session, and then I work with my intuition to be able to provide them the details of what they're actually looking for and recommendations. So anyhow, that's how my coaching sessions go, and that's why I'm doing my coaching sessions. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to email me, kingtriumphtribe@gmail.com. That will be also listed in the description of this video. And so also I also list energy donations at the bottom of this description. No way, shape, or form do you have to feel obligated to donate. That's only for me, because I give a lot of my time and effort, and I'm actually really poor at receiving. I actually dislike receiving gifts or anything like that. So this is actually to assist me in that area of my growth. So anyhow, my next live event will be next Friday, May 31st, Friday date night with King Trident at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which would be 1 a.m. UK time. And the reason I clarified that is I have a lot of UK followers that always ask me, but it's going to be a 1 a.m. UK time. So anyway, let's move on to the message. So I want to discuss nature, patience, and this journey, because all three have some similarities, and we can learn from patience from nature, and in essence, it will actually benefit our journey. So on this awesome journey that is so difficult, there are a few things that go hand in hand. And today, as I mentioned, I want to discuss nature and patience and how we can apply this to our journey. So I just wanted to give a little background on a couple of situations and how I came across the importance of patience and using nature. So when I was going through my divorce, towards the tail end of it, one of the things that I did was I listened a lot to Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I had a book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And every morning I would get up and go outside at 7 a.m. I had a chair outside, and I would take my coffee, that book, and I would listen to music, read a passage in that book, and drink my coffee. And then I had a lot of flowers and things in my yard, and I would just watch those things as the sun was coming up. And during that time frame, I was also going through during my divorce. My divorce was final in June of 2016, and my parents passed away on Valentine's Day in February of 2016. So my mom passed away on Valentine's Day, and my dad passed away 5 days later. And so I was going through all three at the same time. And so I would just go sit outside, and I would I would watch nature, and I'd watch the flowers, and they would actually move around. It was a very slow, patient process, but I would notice like how the flowers would change, and they would move around, and they would blossom. They would go from being somewhat folded up to full bloom as the sun would reach peak at overhead, and then I would the wind, and how the wind blew the trees, and how the leaves flowed, and it was actually a really peaceful learning experience. And at the same time, as the sun would come up, it would glaze over the grass. And during that, so my dad was actually really good at gardening, and I actually suck at gardening, even though I do try to do that kind of stuff because it's very peaceful, and you can learn a lot from that. But during that time frame, my yard was the greenest that it's ever been the whole time I lived in that house, and I didn't do anything different. Honestly, I believe it's just my dad was present around, and uh, it was just a very spiritual experience through that whole summer, and I'm very appreciative for that experience because it taught me a lot, and I would sit outside, and one of the things that always happened was at 9 p.m. at night, and it was almost exactly at 9 p.m. every night, I would have this hummingbird moth that would just come over to the flowers, and it was like right next to my chair. I even took pictures off my phone of this hummingbird moth, because for one thing, I couldn't figure out what it was. I was like, is this a hummingbird or what is this? And then when I was taking pictures, I was like, man, this don't look like no hummingbird. And then come to find out it was a hummingbird moth. And those things are not very, you don't see them very often around where I live, and I've never seen one before up to that point. And but it was definitely one of the best experiences I ever had. I learned a lot from that, and I was very patient, sitting outside, being patient, watching the flowers, watching nature, watching the sun come up, watching that hummingbird moth come over, and it actually was very peaceful. So as you can see, just sitting out in nature can teach you a lot of lessons, and a lot of lessons you can apply to your own personal life, and a lot of lessons you can apply to this journey. But one of the things that always happens is that anytime there's a situation like my parents passing away or a divorce or something like that, I always ended up back at nature, because nature teaches us life lessons. It brings clarity. It opens our eyes to a new perspective. And like the divine, nature is patient. We can ignore both the divine and nature for days, months, or years. And when we revisit, both are still there patiently, waiting with arms open and full of unconditional love. Just like nature, we are developing and healing. Like nature, we are resilient. Nature gets abused by humans, but bounces back and is very resilient. And a lot of times it comes back looking even better than what it did before. Humans get abused by other humans, and they also have the ability to bounce back. In every scenario, the one trait that is common is patience. I feel this is an important message for this weekend. Patience. When someone attacks you, protect yourself, but exhibit patience. When working on yourself, don't focus on how far you have to go, but how far you've come. Because you come very far, and you're on a journey that takes a whole lifetime. So enjoy it and be patient. When in separation with your twin, concentrate on you. Send your twin love and just be patient. When in doubt, pray, ask for assistance, and be patient. When you exhibit and master patience and allow things in life to come to you, like a river, come to you. It flows. Energy flows. You think from an abundant mindset, and you've balanced giving and receiving love, miracles happen. Blessings populate your life, and this becomes your life. The new norm is miracles become you. You are a miracle. You are a light worker. So light workers, you become someone else's miracle. So be patient and practice, practice, practice. Because as we're evolving, so is nature. As nature's evolving, so are we. And we're doing it with patience. Because, there's nothing that you can resolve in a full out sprint. You have to have stamina. You got to be able to outlast, the race. You can sprint, a quarter of a mile, but whenever you're on a 5-mile race, you're gonna tap out before you get to the finish line. So just have patience. Be patient, and especially be patient with yourself, because each of you has a unique journey, a unique story, and you've come very far. I posted something on my IG today about patience, and one of the things that I wanted to point out is that each one of us is special, and each one of our journeys is extremely special. We get caught up, and I always talk about this, we get caught up in the notebook. Let's push the notebook to the side. Yeah, that's all great and stuff, but there's other parts of this journey that's even greater than that. How you touch and help and assist other people's lives is probably one of the greatest attributes to this journey, and one of the greatest feelings that you'll ever feel. Yeah, it feels good whenever your twin loves you, but the thing is it's a totally different feeling whenever you touch somebody else's life and you assist them and you help them and you become their miracle. And I know this from experience because I get tons of emails and I get tons of comments, and I'm very appreciative and humble. I know that my channel and stuff is King Trident's Tribe, and most people call me King Trident, but I'm normal just like each of you. Everything that I'm doing, you can do too, and probably even better than me. So I would just like you guys to be proud of yourself, be patient with yourself, and just keep your head up and keep pushing, because you're needed on this journey. And just as much as maybe I'm your miracle, you're somebody else's miracle. So just keep that in mind, and I hope you have a blessed weekend. Much love and light to each one of you. I might release a message tomorrow. If not, then maybe Monday. Here in the U.S., it's Memorial Day weekend. And if you celebrate that, happy Memorial Weekend. If you don't, man, I tell you what, this weekend is going to be an awesome weekend. And you know what? I love each and every one of you. So I'll talk to you later.